So you get a phone call. You don't recognize the number. So you let it go to voicemail and you listen to it. And lo and behold, it is Detective so-and-so saying that he just wants to talk to you. He has a few questions for you. The question becomes, what do you do? My name's Corey Scott. I am a criminal defense attorney. And over the next few minutes, I should say, I'm just going to lay out some things for you to consider and tell you exactly what you need to do in that scenario and why I think you need to do it. So let's talk about it. So first of all, you have no idea. Let's just say, let's play it both ways. So let's just say that maybe you know why the detective is calling you. You know why the detective wants to talk to you because you know that maybe you participated in some type of criminal behavior, or maybe you were just with someone that did something. Bottom line is, you know what the detective wants to talk about. Should you call back? And my answer is absolutely not. A couple things to consider here. First of all, if you've done something, the absolute worst thing that you could ever do is to either give a call back to the detective and start talking. First of all, your Fifth Amendment rights. If you voluntarily call a detective, your Fifth Amendment rights against self-incrimination, they really don't apply because it's just a voluntary conversation. You've picked up the phone, or even to make it worse, you just, you drive down to the station and you want to, quote unquote, give your side of the story. So you have no protection as far as that is concerned because you're just freewheeling. You're just talking. You're volunteering to give a statement. And so you don't have your constitutional protections. The other thing is, and here's one of the biggest problems that I have with this is, you never really know for sure what they know. You may know what you know, but here's the way they normally play it. They say, well, here's the deal. I know this, the other, and the third. And so because of that, I want to hear your side of the story. I've already talked to Jim and Billy, and they've already told me this. One thing you have to really keep in mind is that the police are allowed to deceive you. They're allowed to lie to you. So you never know whether or not they're telling the truth or not. They may not know anything. In fact, this is what I tell my clients all the time. Whenever a police officer or a detective is asking permission to talk to you about something, most likely it is a scenario. One or two things are happening. One is maybe they almost have just enough in terms of what they need to hand over something to give to the prosecutor to bring charges. And so, but they have maybe a few minor details that they need to flesh out. And they're hoping that you're going to pick up the phone and you're going to come down to the station and you're going to sort of help them to close the loops in their case. And then essentially you're helping them to put you in jail and bring charges. The other thing is sometimes it's the exact opposite and they really don't know anything. They just have maybe just a scant little bit of information, and they're really hoping that you're going to come in or give them a call and fill in all of the blanks. Either way, you're working against yourself, and you absolutely should not either pick up the phone or go down and talk to a detective. It just doesn't make sense. So your best case scenario is this. Don't call them back. And the only call that you should make is to a defense attorney and let them know the scenario, because then you can have a conversation with them. You retain them. Anything you say to them is going to be confidential. Obviously, they're not going to turn your information over to a detective or the authorities. And so your best bet is not to return that phone call. Your best bet is not to go down to the station, because you simply cannot win. Your constitutional protections and your rights are not going to be there for you. You don't know what they know. They're allowed to lie to you. And really what you're going to do is go down there and maybe give them the last little bit of information that they need, or you're actually going to go down there and fill in all of the blanks. And at the end of that, you know what your reward is going to be? Clink, clink. Those handcuffs are on you. And the next thing you know, you're charged, all because you chose to return a phone call or go down to the station to tell, quote unquote, your side of the story. It doesn't work. If I can be of any further assistance to you, please call me, send me an email, hit me up one way or the other. I'd be more than happy to help you. Until then, take great care. And remember, do not return that phone call.